Millions of basketball fans live for March Madness and hopefully win the $1 billion this year. Not me. I live for baseball opening day, the day that my beloved New York Mets will begin the 2014 season on March 31st against the Washington Nationals. Hopefully, we will have a winning year this year. As a kid in New York City in the Bronx, I was always a different one in my family. My whole family, they're all Yankee fans. I hated the Yankees since I was born. For some reason, even though I live right next to Yankee Stadium, I just never went to their stadium. I grew to love the Mets. I always loved the underdog. So my family almost disowned me because I was the only Met fan in the whole family. As a 12-year-old kid, no one would go to Shea Stadium with me, where the Mets plays every summer. So I would, by myself, as a 12-year-old, 13, 14, I would take 2 subways to Queens. I live in the Bronx. I had to go through the Bronx, Manhattan, and Queens to go to Shea. But throughout all my years as a fan, I've always had luck on my side. As a kid, I used to have teachers that knew people that work at Shea. And I would get free tickets. And I would sit with the reporters. And at that time, we had typewriters, and I knew many of you don't know what typewriters are. Type away the stories, and I would just sit there just in heaven. And most of my memorable memories as a child was as being at a game. In 1969, even though we were the last team and no one thought we were going to win the World Series, well, my amazing Mets came back and they won the World Series in 1969. Unfortunately, I didn't get a free ticket that day. I had to watch it on black and white TV. As I grew up and finished school and joined the military, one of the biggest disappointment in my life was I was not going to live next to Shea Stadium. And I was being stationed overseas in Greece. And I would get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning during the baseball season and listen to the Mets on the radio. And my friends thought, how crazy are you of a fan? But I just did, year after year. And I would never come home to visit until it was the summertime. I knew the Mets were home, and that's when I came to visit. And finally, the biggest thing, I came home back from overseas, went to Shea as an adult, didn't take the subway, I borrowed somebody's car, finally found a friend to go with me. And we sat there, and I had an ice cold beer for the first time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had way too many ice cold beers because after the game, I forgot where I parked. And for hours, I looked for the car and couldn't find it. So, don't drink too many beers. Going onward, I moved to Las Vegas. And I worked for Bank of America, and one of the bennies of working for a major bank is the banks buy boxes at stadiums, at baseball stadiums. So when the Arizona Diamondbacks came in and built that stadium, my manager would get me tickets to go see the Mets when they came in. And I would dress a lot more than this. I would have my pants on, my socks on, and everything like that. And I would sit like 3 rows up from the dugout. Wow. So I was pure in love. And I'm a real loud fan, too. And I would yell and yell and yell. And one lady one time said to me, excuse me, lady, don't you know you're losing? I said, I don't care, we always losing. Well, some fans would feel so bad for me that they would buy me ice cold beers because I was beating us 10-2-0. And as I became a mom, as any fanatic baseball fan would do, of course, dress their kids in the Mets outfit. So I dressed my kids, and we would go to the games looking like this all the time. Now, my son was the best kid to take to a game. The first time I took him, he was about 7 months. We were sitting there halfway through the game, and guess what my son does? He throws up. All the milk comes out all around the fans. On the other hand, my daughter was the worst one to take to the game. I used to get free beers from fans because my daughter would not stand still. I would never be able to watch a game. And again, remember, all my vacations throughout my life until even now, I always have my vacation around the New York Mets schedule. So we were in Colorado. They were playing the Rockies. And again, here's my daughter. She's about 2 years old. I can't watch a game, and one guy came up to me and felt so bad for me, even though he was a Rocky fan, that he bought me a beer. But the good thing about Jenna is she's so cute in her baseball outfit that I would get a lot of autographs from the Mets players, because they would just melt when they see her all dressed up in her Mets outfit. And those times were the best times in my life and with my kids. Then 8 years ago, guess what? I moved to Florida. Spring training, why? Because of spring training. And my son could play baseball 365 days a year. And the last reason was because of family. One of my goals is to, one of these days, travel with the Mets throughout different stadiums. And when I retire, I'm going to go work for them at Tradition Stadium. But being a fan is the best thing. Hopefully many of you have gone to a baseball game, but if you haven't, there's no feeling in the world as when you walk out into that stadium and you look at that gorgeous green field and you sit there, and for 3 hours you're a kid. You're eating hot dogs, you're eating hamburgers, you're drinking beer. Just don't forget to bring your credit cards, lots of credit cards. Lots of credit cards. The other sports are just sports. Madness is sports, football, but Mets baseball is my love. So let's play ball. Thank you.